What's going on, everyone? So, when you think of Scream, you think of it as a slasher film with Ghostface and Ghostface just kind of running through wherever he's at, just taking people out, right? And with the Scream franchise and the six films that have been in this franchise, uh, they've all had essentially different kill counts. A couple of them have had the same, but for the most part, there's been varying degrees with the Scream films, right? You look at the classic '96. That one has the fewest kill count out of any Scream movie, right? That one only had seven, and then even like Scream 5, which was kind of a Scream 6 2.0, that one had eight. But you look at Scream 6 actually had the most with 13, and then you had Scream 4 with 11, and then Scream 2 and 3 both had 10. So there is this kind of like influx of like double digit kills and then like single digit kills, and where should it be? Now, obviously, you don't want just kills for the sake of kill. I mean, to an extent, but you want a good story, a good ghost face, good motive. Right? You want character development. You want to have like there's always going to be that ghost face fodder, that guy that's just there just to be killed by Ghostface just for the sake of being killed by Ghostface. But you want to also have those characters that you connect to, and you develop this bond with, and however long they are on the screen, to where there is this level of impact, right? Like having a bunch of characters in this film and bodies dropping everywhere is cool, but you also need it to have some type of narrative driven and again, a good rhyme, reason, and logic, right? And you want to have connectability because like you kill a bunch of random people we don't care about, right? Like, yeah, if you have some like epic memorable kill, in the moment it's going to be thought of, in the moment it's going to be talked about, but eventually that goes away, right? But us as Scream fans, we all remember the Randy death, right? We all remember when Randy was killed, Dewey, right? However you feel about Dewey's death, we all remember Dewey being killed, right? There's always going to be those characters, and like Scream '96 did an excellent job of that, right? Like people to this day are upset that Tatum died and wanted her to survive, right? Like, people still to this day want Stu alive and Stu coming back, right? Because they did such a great job of developing and building characters. Where, Scream 5 and 6, not so much, right? And you saw like some of the characters that you like, Chad, you're just like, come on, just kill them already, right? It's just like, but what I kind of want to touch on, and of course, hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, is like what type of just kind of kill count and just Scream type bodies do you want in general? Again, you want to have good characters, but what would you prefer from like a ghost face aspect, right? Would you be fine if, like, for example, let's say Ghostface was like to go to a party and just like take out a bunch of people, and it was just some epic scene, right? And this film had like a 30, 50 person kill count technically, right? Like think of what was it? Was it the collection or the collector or whatever? I know that there's the collector, and then there was like the part 2, which I think was like the collection, whichever the sequel was. Right? They have that party scene where goes and like kills like everybody at the party except for like 3 people. Right? Like, what if they did something like that where like there's just like a group of Ghostface that show up and just slash their way through a party and has like this epic kill count. Right now, you want to have, again, some characters in which kind of you build the story and derive from that. Eventually, you end up taking out and ending. But I am okay with the kind of, I guess, casual kill, for lack of a better phrase, lack of a better term. Trademark that, right? Casual kill. But you look at things like I said, Scream 6, and it's like, they had 13 bodies, and a lot of the Scream movies have had, like Scream 5 had like the random cop that was just like on the floor already dead. You're always gonna have kind of these random kill-offs, and I'm okay with that. Again, I just like, you want to have it in an epic way, right? And I don't, at the same time, I don't mind, like, if you gave me like five incredibly memorable kills with characters that were like, ah, man, I like, to me, that'd be perfect, right? Like, again, Scream 96 is a great example, right? Scream 96 had seven deaths, and all of them are memorable. All of them were kills that like we felt a certain way about, right? It's just like, I'm okay with that. I almost prefer that than just some like insanely high kill count, unless it's within a proper manner, if that makes sense, right? Like, again, like if you did some like super cool epic, like what is it, Ghost Ship, like the opening scene, like that is so memorable. Like that's an opening scene and death of like it's like literally 100 people like taken out at once, but it was so cool and memorable. You're just like, oh snap, like that just really happened, right? Like something like that. I wouldn't mind, right? If we had some like just epic, like I said, I could see Ghostface. I kind of wanted that in Scream 6, where like you have this like party scene, and all like three Ghostface just come running in. There's like a party of like 30 people or something like that, a little frat party or something. Maybe like a hazing or whatever, and Ghostface just like butchers the party. Like that would be cool. That would be memorable, and you could get your kill count up, right? Like you could have had 30 people. Yeah, you could have had a 30 kill count type of film, and kind of went a long way. But again, at the same time, like I also want I'd prefer, like, okay, give us that random kill, give us that Vince death, but give us more of like the Tatum deaths over just like random I just don't want to get to the point again where it's like like with Chad, where it was like, all right, like you set up this like epic kill, this epic moment, and it was just like you messed it up. You dropped the ball, right? But like, like Liv's death was a very memorable death. I didn't think that they did a great job of like building her character and really kind of telling her story. I felt like there was a lot of things that were kind of unresolved, especially like with Vince and whatnot. But her death was so memorable and just such like a oh snap type moment that you're just like, that was cool, right? It's memorable. It hit. It like it. But like Wes, a lot of people wanted Wes to survive, or how he was killed, or Judy, like because you had this like bit of a connection from Scream 4, and it was like, oh man, but also it was like impactful and heartfelt, right? Like she's begging for her son's life, and she's like, he's a good boy, like like we felt that. Like I thought that was a very memorable kill, and she's like going, you think like, oh, she's there, she might go save her son, and then boom, just gets taken out. And it's just like, those are the type of kills that I'd prefer over just like, let's just have 10 Vinces. We're just like, all right, like, cool. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? What do you prefer as far as like the kill count goes? Do you want like a high kill count? Do you want like a low kill count? Do you want like somewhere in the middle? Do you want single digits, double digits, triple digits, right? Like I said, have some like crazy like ghost ship scene where just like a bunch of people just get taken out in a wild way, and we're all just sitting there in shock, like, whoa. Like imagine if they did have like a cult, and that's how you introduce the cult. It's like this huge like party, and it's just like 10 Ghostface show up and just like shred through everybody in that party, like lock all the doors, and it's just like you have all these Ghostface and all these like innocent people, and they're just getting just butchered like that. That's something that I think could be cool, and like I think you get away with, and you're just like, oh, okay, like cool, like I could live with that, right? Like, but Do you feel the same way? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So I enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.